Okay, so you're interested in the Rivet side jet stove. How do you light it? How do you fill it? Well, here's how you fill it. And here's how you light it. Easy to fill, easy to light. Takes a little bit longer than my top jet to warm up. You gotta let this burn a while. Heats up the aluminum, which in turn heats up the alcohol down inside there. Forces vapor out the side jet holes here. And as it heats up, it'll actually ignite the vapor that's coming out the side jet holes and it'll create a burner around the outside of the stove here. After which point, you can set the pot on top of the stove and it covers the open top hole, actually creating a more fuel efficient burning stove, and only burns from the outside. It's kind of a hybrid. A little trick that I have to get this to warm up a little faster is to simply blow down on it a little bit. It ignites the side jet burner. The side jet holes are now ignited. Let it get a little larger. Then simply place your pot on top. The stove is its own pot stand. Very efficient, very easy to fill, very easy to light, very efficient when burning. As you'll see here, it'll heat up this water rather quickly. The only drawback to this stove is you need a pot about 5.5 inches or slightly larger to capture all the flames on it. Stove only weighs 0.3 ounces and eliminates the need for a pot stand, which can save more weight. Ultra light minimalists will actually just fold up some aluminum foil and set it around here in like a C-shaped formation to make a windscreen to keep the wind from blowing the heat away from the pot. And I've already got some bubbles forming on the inside of here. If you can see that, I don't know. I'll bring it up a little bit. Maybe a little bit too far. There we go. Let's see how fast this brings 2 cups of water to a boil. The open cup design was popularized by the Europeans who've been using open cup designs for years, where you pour it in the center, the jets are around the outside. It's easy to fill, easy to light, super dependable, super efficient. Can you see that the bubbles already forming on the bottom there? Well, maybe not. We're going on approximately 3 minutes now. 3.5 minutes. Well, since the video's been running 3.5 minutes. When did I actually put this pot on here? I don't know. Already start to have some steam rise off the water. Now also note that if you put a lid on here, it'll boil quicker. It captures the heat, and I recommend using a lid when you're cooking with it out in the woods, in the great outdoors. Also note that don't use this inside. I'm only using this inside for convenience of filming. And I'm also using it on a fireproof surface. When you set this up on the ground or whatever, make sure you got a nice area around it with no burnable items around it. You want a fireproof area around your stove while burning. I'm getting some bubbles rising up out of there. It's not a boil yet, but it's real close. Got all the currents and the heat eddies running around in the water right now. It's very quiet, unlike a gas stove that's noisy and basically scares all the wildlife away. This is very quiet. The only thing you can really hear is the water starting to boil. I've actually got bubbling water right now. I wouldn't call it a rolling boil yet, but it's real close. And I'd call that a rolling boil now. Fully recyclable. It's made out of 2 soda can bottoms. It can be disposed of in an aluminum can bin and recycled just right along with soda cans. I've got one of these with close to 600 uses on it now and still growing strong. It does not need to be thrown away, but it can be thrown away. Recycling. It also uses alcohol, which is not a petroleum product and does not come from Saudi Arabia, so you're not sending money over to the Arabs, which I kind of like that. Also, alcohol mixes with the water, unlike petroleum, so it's safer for the environment and the outdoors. There you go, a nice rolling boil, and we haven't even been filming. It's 6.5 minutes right now. But that includes the time for setting it up, filling it up, lighting it. So dinner's ready. What do you think? Perfect for backpacking, bike camping, kayak camping, canoeing. I got guys ordering these that go out on their motorcycles and carry these around for motorcycles. Perfect for emergencies also.